Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another For Good podcast. This is going to be a continuation on from our episode last week, where we sort of played around with what do we look for when we do a Google search or are looking into a client or a prospect client, and we focused on ads where we saw the hot water plumber and how he had all those different suburb pages. It's built for individual ads, and we talked about what we would do or what we didn't like, and what was the benefit of it, and the pros and cons. What we thought we'd do today is focus a bit on organic, because obviously organic search is a big part of the Google ecosystem, and just about what we look at, and I guess the questions we would ask and the things we would look at versus maybe what others do. And we thought, I thought what the industry, because last time David asked me what industry, and we just went with hot water. I thought we might look into the medicinal marijuana, because literally we've got a prospect client that we're talking with the other day. And I just thought, while it's front of mind and an interesting industry as it gets legalized in Australia, that would look into that. So, David, why don't we get your screen up? I'll get that going, and we get started with what we'd look at if someone is coming to us saying, I want to rank for medicinal marijuana. And this is but this is any term. This is our thing. Like, people think they want to rank for things and they don't even know why. And I think that's always like something that we talk about. We've got to remember how to spell it now, don't we?
Yeah, well, we just learned from that prospect that you're not allowed to use medicinal cannabis within the copy of the site. So
soon, it's coming soon. So everyone's going to have to change.
Yeah, so it seems that there's an update in the law that you're not allowed to use the words medicinal marijuana when you, I think, promote a service or product. From my understanding, what kind of sparked the whole idea about today is this: if we just go back to when we were talking to that prospect, it was about how the current SEO is performing on that website. Mm-hmm. And what we thought about what has been reported on in the past, what keywords have been selected, but also what metrics and dimension have been reported on. And one theme, just by kind of looking through the reporting and the keywords of what I got when reviewing it, was that there doesn't seem to be a really good understanding of what type of user that site is supposed to target. So we do get a lot of prospects, customers to come with us and say, look, we have a mismatch of either the traffic we're receiving because we are not able to convert it, or the content, we are not ranking for it, or it doesn't really fulfill what we actually do or sell. So what we,
but this is a common thing. This is so common all the time, and so simple that people, and this can be in paid as well, because to be fair, it's people picking keywords whether they're paid for or organic. I think it's more common in the organic world because it takes longer before you realize nothing's happening. But everyone just gets started, and then they'll say, oh, we're not getting the results we want. So usually they'll say we're not getting the results we want, but the biggest way to sum up why that usually is that, well, who are you going after and why are you going after them? And usually no one's got a good answer to that. No one's even asked them that. And I think that's what always comes up.
Yeah, so with medical marijuana, so what we notice is that you need a prescription to get a product, and the way to get it is you need to go to a certified GP, I think it was, or consultant. I think it's a doctor.
Yeah, so, GP to get a script. Yeah.
So what we try to do is, let's say consultant, GP. It's a bit of the reason why I'm struggling here to kind of pull everything out of the search results page is I haven't really understood the topic, which while we're doing this live, it's probably also a good point to bring up, where I can openly say and admit the fact that I'm not an expert in this topic. And sometimes, when prospect client come to us, they don't realize that it takes for us as a specialist, let's say we know search, we know how search works, or we assume we know how it works. We obviously need to understand how your business operates and how the digital traffic, the online traffic through search engine can just, help you to gain more customers, more business. And the way then to understand is, what is a user path from, having a problem, they're looking to, obviously get a prescription for a certain drug they can't buy just, over the counter within Chemist Warehouse. What is the next step you need to do to get someone to get you that product? And in their case, it is that you have to book an appointment. What we have been seeing is, if someone was searching for, let's say, CBD oil, and that was within their target keyword list, the first thing I noticed is that there's not really anyone selling the product itself online. If you search for CBD oil, and one of the keywords was also CBD oil Melbourne, in our case, if I look through the search results, you can see right now I don't get any ads, but also I get a lot of government websites and clinics talking to me about the benefits, about that particular type of product.
But this is that point that this could be any search term, it could be any industry, but like, if you've got an industry and someone says, I want to, so the company may come to the SEO company and go, I want to be found for anyone looking for CBD oil, medical marijuana, and a bunch of broad terms, okay? But like, no one sort of asks the question, well, who's your customer that's searching for that? And what is your commercial intent? Do you plan on, so does this company sell the CBD oil, or are they a GP who can prescribe it, or are they the manufacturer? Okay. Or when you go broad, that is such a waste of energy, when there are, if you go, well, if you're the manufacturer, or let's make it even easier, you're the GP. Okay, let's say you're a GP who can give out prescriptions for this drug or oil or whatever you want to call it. You need to make sure that you're not trying to rank for terms that aren't relevant to you. Like, you start going after those search terms that are relevant, like someone searching for a medical marijuana GP, medical marijuana prescriptions. How do I get a medical marijuana prescription?
Yeah, I'm just trying to perhaps summarize some of the issues we came across when we were talking to that prospect. Number one was the keywords weren't really matching the content they are offering currently on the site, or they weren't able to give a solution to what I was looking for when I was typing in those kind of keywords. But also, if you take the keywords and you search them yourselves, which we have always done in the past, we have explained that it would be a good move as a business owner before you commit to anything. Even if you start to invest in SEO and you want to build up your content, the idea is that you set up a keyword list, and then try to understand what keywords can you target to what existing page on your site. With the prospect we've been talking to, they haven't even created the pages yet. They were in the pipeline, and they say, look, if we are going to sell or offer that service, we want to rank for it. Giving that as a goal to an agency, SEO agency, is not ideal, because that content might never come up. It will never be on the site. It will then get redirected, because we were also talking about consolidating a few domains. So our goal, our mission will always change while we are there to achieve it. But what I just wanted to show is quickly that when we search for that particular keyword here, I can see that in the people also ask section, that some websites say that according to the laws, you know, you will only be able as an adult to purchase CBD oil over the counter with a referral. So the next search here would be, who can give me CBD oil referral? And that probably is the better keyword to rank for that particular prospect, because there were, you know, their goal is to get more bookings from patients who are looking to get a prescription. So we're just trying to match what we have to achieve in organic SEO with the overall business goal. And then at the end of the month, instead of just reporting on traffic and impressions, I can then say, you know, we have increased the bookings through organic search. Not only we haven't maybe doubled the organic traffic, but we have you know, doubled the bookings, but just changing what keywords we are targeting. So that was, you know, a learning for the prospect, and
it sounds so simple though. You know, like why do you feel that people don't even take that initial step back to think about the intent of the audience and making that match the client? Like why like, it sounds way too simple. It sounds like we're not actually offering any advice here, but this is consistent in any size campaign that we see all the time.
I think if we just wanted to summarize it, it's almost like, you know, if I take it in a different example, real life example, let's say you have a personal trainer, and that personal trainer then, you know, gets the goal to, you know, train you for something. Is it an event? Is it just that you want to have a toned body? What is it? And then you tell them, well, I want to have more muscles in the upper body. But then a week later you say, hang on, you know, I actually need to start cycling now, but you haven't been training in that part of your body. So, and you can't expect the same from organic. You can't just go out there, just start doing something, and then all of a sudden later down the track you realize it will never ever match up. So we see this happening because everyone is jumping into, yes, we can do SEO, yes, we can do keyword research, yes. But then at the bottom line, what has it actually done for you from a business perspective? Has it been actually the right channel to begin with? So those are, you know, you say it's basic, but I think we just brought it up today in a way that we say, no, it's not. Keep that in mind. Do your own research first, perhaps before you engage with someone, and really think hard of what content you currently have on your site and what is missing, and can you actually build the content up with the specialist.
I guess my focus would be also, are you getting these conversations? I think that's what I always like to tell people. Like, will you ever ask the question, because it's all right if you change your mind, you know, like you can't, you know, but were you ever even asked, were you even directed, were you even told that you need to consider like who your customer is? Because if someone says, if you go after a broad term, like, or an uncommercial term, and they're like, yeah, that's fine, and they send you a report every month on how you're slowly creeping up to that, it's not going to really help. What are you looking up to show us here?
I thought I'd just bring this one up, which I found from Moz, which I found really interesting. But I think it doesn't really match up what I was explaining. It's just that if we're talking about the, you know, optimizing for organic search, that it is important that, you know, a search engine can reach and index your content, then compelling content, the answers for the searches query. So the first one is, you know, even if you have the most amazing content, if it can't be accessed by a search engine, that's the first issue. It's the biggest hurdle. But the second is it compelling or relevant enough to actually have the chance to rank for the terms you're trying to target? And I see a huge mismatch with people just starting to pick keywords like, you know, fruit, and then trying to grow the trees towards it. So it doesn't make any sense. And, you know, I still see it a lot happening. So I thought I'd just bring this up. But look, we said we have to do a short one today. So I guess for the next one, we'll have something, I think, for us to probably dive into a little bit deeper, where we look at where have we actually followed what we say, and just look at, you know, how does that actually work? How does it play out in search results?
Maybe we can get a real life demo. Maybe we can get a prospect or a client to agree to come on, and we'll go through something together, and even maybe get SEMrush and Google and show some data and let people understand and get to that deeper side of it. But yeah, we do have to finish up early today. hope all of you in Melbourne are staying safe and not losing your mind in lockdown. Can't wait to see you all for a coffee in the near future. Another week. Woo! But yeah, thanks, David, once again. You're amazing. If anyone has any questions, pop in the comments. We're an open book, so ask away, and we'll catch you next week in another episode. Thank you again, David.
No worries. Thanks, Tony. Take care.